going on, guys? Jacob here, and today wanted to give a little bit of a tutorial, a how-to on GameSafe Syncer. So for you guys that don't know, I'm Jacob, the main developer of GameSafe Syncer. Really, this is only me working on it. It's the ability to save game saves between your devices, Windows devices currently, and back them up. So I wanted to give a little bit of a tutorial on how this all works. If you guys didn't know, you go to ruboxsoftware.com. We have our website here, and then you can click on the download button down here to download it. Basically, whenever you download it though and go to start it up, the first thing that it is going to do is start searching for games. And there's a couple things that you'll want to do in order to get this set up in order to back up and restore. The first very important thing is that you'll need to install GameSafe Syncer on all of your devices that you want to use it for backup and restore. And when we go to settings here, by default, this is the main thing that we will want to change right away in order to get this to work. So by default, it's just going to go to wherever GameSafe Syncer was installed and backup. It'll create a folder there and just called backups. That's not going to help any of your other devices get these backups unless you share that. What I usually do is have a NAS with a network share. So I just go ahead and hit select this, and it'll tell you that it needs to be accessible by all computers. And then most of my time, I'm backing up here to a NAS that I have, and then a folder here for game backups. So if you wanted to, though, do this by Google Drive or OneDrive, it would be the same for either of those. The big thing that you'll have to do is just sign in. And so what you want to do is just click on your account. It'll say that GameSafe Syncer is going to access your stuff. And the only thing really that GameSafe Syncer, you want to make sure that this is checked. But the only thing that GameSafe Syncer has access to is a dedicated folder for GameSafe Syncer. I don't have access to any of your other files or anything on your Google Drive. It does require just to get your email here so that we can see that in the app and so that we know that you're logged in. So you go ahead and click continue. It says you can close this window now. So if we come back over to GameSafe Syncer here, we can see that we are authenticated with our email address. What this is going to do though is this will create a folder on Google Drive's main your main Google Drive, just called GameSafe Syncer, and that's where it will install everything. OneDrive is going to be the same, and then the folder option, like I said, is whatever you select. That's where it's going to do. This is what I mostly do, but for OneDrive and Google Drive, it's going to be the same to where whenever it backs up a game, it's going to create a game, and then the save ID is going to be inside this folder, and then your saves are going to be in there. This can be used with multiple users. So if you have a person sharing the same computer, you'll just want to make sure that your backups, like in this case, sometimes I have my wife, she'll play some games and she uses this as well. So what I end up doing then is I just go to her specific share and back up to a new location. Now, there could be some caveats to where GameSafe Syncer might see multiple games at that point. You might have, one if you go in here with different Steam IDs, you can easily just click to ignore this game, and then at that point, it's not going to back up. You just want to make sure that you're backing up yours based on like your Steam ID or what have you. But that's pretty much it. Once you get that all set up, there's some other settings that I will dive deeper into another video. I wanted to keep this one kind of short. You have basically the ability to back up everything. So everything that's found in here and not in the ignored saves tab will be backed up. You can also restore all, and there's a setting in the settings to stop restoring all on startup, but by default, it will restore all as well as try to find any new game saves. But the main thing here that you want to do is you have a couple of buttons here for backup and restore. So if I wanted to go ahead and click backup, we can see that Avowed was successfully back. Okay, so if I go then and look up at my game save folder here and I look at Avowed, we can see here this is the save ID, and then we can see here at 327 at 1019. Um, I guess my picture here is in the way, but 1019, this is when it backed up, and this is the zip file. Wanted it to be super easy so that it's not behind, any custom files or anything. I want you guys to have access to this, so in case you ever need it, it's not like you need the application to open it because I think that's just unfair when that happens. But anyway, so there will be your save games. And the best way to demonstrate this then for a restore is if I go in here and here's some data then that it's going to go ahead and show for this based on the game and backup size. But if I go ahead and click on this, it's going to copy the save file path. And if we come in here and we just do this, we can see that these are the same save files that it backed up. So if I was just going to go ahead and delete this, and then I'm going to come back over here and click on restore, it says it successfully restored it, and then we see it in here. Lastly, I will go ahead and leave you guys with this diagram. Basically, the way that this works, hopefully this kind of helps a little bit better to see how this is. But the way that this works is you can have GameSafe Syncer on multiple computers. But once again, you just need to make sure that you install the app on every single computer that you want to interact with it. And then you just need to make sure that all apps on every computer are pointed to the same backup and restore location. And hopefully this diagram isn't super confusing, but then each of these apps has the ability to back up and restore from that location based on the saves. It's worth noting that the app does have some safety features in it. So, for instance, if you're playing here on PC1 and you go ahead and you would back up, and let's just say for whatever reason you have that save up there on PC1, and then PC2 doesn't happen to restore those files, maybe the computer is left on and you don't hit restore. GameSafe Syncer, never shuts down and restores on startup, or you never hit the button to restore. Let's say that PC2 then is going to go ahead and back up. So technically you have a older file, newer for that particular game that was backed up in your shared location. Whenever you go back to PC1, what's going to happen is those saves have metadata attached to it based on when they were last wrote to, and GameSafe Syncer on PC1 is going to check that. So your saves won't get overwritten. Whatever is the latest save will stay there, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I think that is pretty much it. Um, I don't think that there is really anything else. Hopefully this helped. If you guys have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them below on the YouTube channel, or if you're watching this from, we have a Discord too. You guys can join our Discord for free. That will also be in the link description. Feel free to drop some comments in there as well. And you can also find these videos then in our Discord to reference them later. And like I said, I plan on creating more videos of this to kind of go into a deeper dive of some of the settings here inside GameSafe Syncer. So hopefully that will end up helping things be a little less confusing on how this software works. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.